everyone. Thanks again for tuning in to Sin's Workshop. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Alright, so today we're going to be reviewing These Hollow Vows by Leslie Ryan. Just going to want to show you this to you real quick. This is my Bookish Box exclusive edition. I have two versions actually. The other one is safely in storage from Fairy Loot. So, just want to show this off. Custom end pages. Look at this design here. This is awesome. And interior design as well. Exclusive to the book. As well as autograph. But you are not here to look at the reversible dust jacket as well. You're here to listen to me talk about this book. Okay, so I have to say I really did enjoy These Hollow Vows. You know, Fae Lit is definitely on the rise as of late. I seem to be noticing it's like the newest trend. I've read a lot of Fae-based stories lately, and it's just like with like the Twilight craze, not that I'm comparing this to Twilight, when vampires were just like blew up, you know, back then. Now it's Fae, and I think that's really cool. I like how literature goes through these kind of phases of what's really big right now, what's trending, and right now it's Fae Lit, and I like that. I definitely love things that have to do with the Seelie and Unseelie court, or even just Fae creatures as a whole, provided that they're written well. In this case, they were written well. What I think worked well is Ryan was able to incorporate what we know, you know, the Unseelie court and the Seelie court, but also do her own spin to it as well. She compared, well, not compared. So the Seelie court is called, you know, the court of the sun, you know, light. And you would think that, you know, typically in literature and folk tales, the Seelie court, they are considered the more benevolent of the Fae, while still being very dangerous. And then you have the Unseelie, you know, just think the Wild Hunt. They are, in folk tales, considered the more malevolent ones. Very cruel, very harsh, very, you know, bad. And so in her book, you know, they're the court of the moon. And the throne is the throne of shadows. I forgot what the sun court throne was, but it doesn't matter because I liked her interpretation, Ryan's interpretation of the Fae for the storytelling. I thought it was really well done. And it was, in my opinion, unique. It was something different, and I'm always looking for that. I don't mind stories that's just like, oh, been there, done that, or I've seen this before, something familiar. I don't mind a little familiarity, but it's just the same feeling I have when I'm reading a retelling. You can do a retelling, 100%. I just ask that it be somewhat unique and have your own spin to it, as well as being unpredictable. I don't mind stories that aren't predictable, provided that they're written well, and have good story development. But what I love is if you're going to take elements that are really familiar to readers, you know, in this case the Seelie and the Unseelie court, you have to find a way to make it unpredictable. And Ryan does that. I think it really showcases her very talent for storytelling and writing, because I thought the story was going to go in one way, and it went in a way I didn't see coming. I'm joined by my little girl who's thinking, oh wait, no, she fell right back asleep. I guess she just had a little bout of gas. In any case, she's 1 month old today. I like that Ryan is able to keep the story fresh and imaginative and fast-paced and tension-driven. Because, again, I thought the story was going to go this way. But instead it went this way, And it was natural. It didn't feel out of the park. It was a natural development of the storytelling. I just didn't see it coming. And I like that. I like when a story is unpredictable in that sense, because I don't want to see everything before I've already read it. It kind of, because if that happens, then I'm bored, you know? You're bored. If you're just like, oh, I know exactly where this is going, and it goes that way, you're just like, knew it. And if the story doesn't have another element to it to keep you engaged, then it's boring, ultimately. So Ryan, it really does showcase her really strong talent for storytelling by keeping the reader guessing. And I really do think that that's in favor of the progression of the story. Because I didn't see that coming. I really didn't. And here as well, you think there's going to be a love triangle, and I'll say this. I will say this. There are hints of a love triangle. I'll say this. But she doesn't really go through with it. Not really. There is an attraction between her, Bree, and, gosh, why can't I remember the other prince's name? Finn. There we go, Finn. I don't know why I couldn't remember Finn. Sebastian I can remember. Finn I couldn't. There is an attraction between her and Finn. But she doesn't go through with it. Probably, and I hate to say this, because I really like Sebastian as a character. And someone already said this online too, in one of my book reader groups, when I shared that I just finished the book. Someone already said this. They're afraid that Sebastian is going to be another Tamlin. If you've read Thorns and Roses, you know what we're talking about. I'm a little concerned for that as well, because I'll say this for Sebastian. He's nothing like Tamlin. He isn't. He is nothing like Tamlin. But an author can always turn a character, which sucks. It just sucks. So I'm hoping she doesn't go that route. I'm hoping, Sebastian doesn't become a despicable asshole. Because I liked him. I really did like him. And I like Finn too. Which is why I was happy that, there was a hint of the love triangle, but she didn't follow through with it. Because, come on, love triangles, they become a little tropey, they become a little cliche. Sometimes, I'm okay with them if they're written well, but oftentimes I think they're really overplayed in a lot of literature. You see them all the time, and I'm just like, oh my god. Along with the insta-love trope, they're not my two favorite tropes. Because they can come off as very cliche, and it's just like, okay, we've been here, done that, move on. So I'm really hoping that she continues to not really follow through, even though I did think Finn was great as a character, and you definitely see the attraction between Finn and Bree in this book. But I liked their friendship more than anything, and I liked her friendship with Sebastian as well. So you're really seeing a development of the characterization and the character dynamics throughout the story. They're growing, they're progressing. There are a lot of secrets. There's a lot of trust issues that she has to overcome. People are not telling her the whole story on both sides. They're not telling her the whole story. And you have to wonder, okay, why are you not telling her the whole story? What is your secret? What are you hiding? And I think that's probably why I like Sebastian, because it felt like he wasn't really hiding anything. But he is hiding something. He's got a secret, guys. I don't want to spoil it, but he's got a secret. It's not a bad secret, but it is a secret. So I don't know, I'm worried for book 2. I'm excited for book 2, but I'm worried as well. But overall, you know, I really do think this story does have a natural progression, does have a natural flow to the development for the characterization. You really do get to see Brie come into her own. I love her familiar dynamics as well. I like how she uses her brain a lot, too. She's very clever. I mean, she's a thief. The whole opening is she's a thief. She's breaking it. Well, she's not mainly just a thief, but she does do thievery on the side. She steals. She's trying to rob this loan shark. And this opening scene is really good for world building. It really does give a strong sense of how things work in this world, how the fae fit into place, how magic kind of plays as well. So I liked it. I liked the opening. It was really strong, very solid. It gives the story a lot of dimension. It really does give the reader a strong footing into the world building as well. And you're getting to see her devotion as well. Brie has a good heart. She is willing to put others above herself. She's willing to put pretty much everyone above herself because she doesn't really care much about herself. She cares more about, you know, her friends, the few that she has, and her sister. And I think that that's really compelling for her, especially because she's kind of spunky, she's a risk taker, and she's clever. And I like that for her characterization. I really do think it gives her a lot of dimension. And then as the story is progressing, what I also thought was really good is, you know how sometimes when characters ruminate about all their decisions and how sometimes they can become a little tedious? Sorry, my cats are just... 1 second. Alright, like I was saying, sorry. My husband's cat and my mom's cats do not get along. So oftentimes when characters are ruminating about all the decisions they've made, after a time it can become a little tedious. But here it doesn't feel tedious. You know, it's just giving more dimension, I think, to Brie because you understand, you know, where she's coming from. A lot of people have lied to her. A lot of people have kept secrets from her. She has abandonment issues as well. She's been neglected by her aunt, who pretty much turned her into a servant, you know? So, there's a lot. So when she ruminates, when she's thinking about all the secrets that she has, you understand why. Because she's like other people keeping secrets. So she feels such an immense amount of guilt because she feels like she wants to go back to normal, but she can't yet because she has her own secrets. And she wants to just stop living in the shadows, and she wants to stop keeping these secrets, and she wants to be honest with the people she cares about. But it's really hard for her because being honest is going to cost someone close to her their heart, you know, their life. And it's really put her in a tough situation. So you empathize with her, you know? So I like that. And I have to give These Hollow Vows 4 out of 5 stars. It was good. Definitely good. I really enjoyed it. Just not wow factor. Also, I'm really nervous for the second book. I'm so nervous. Gosh. I'm excited, though. I already have a digital arc of it, so... Oh, boy. We'll see. We will see. I'm kind of working backwards on all my arcs, you know, reading some of the oldest ones I've got before I get back to the newest ones, but I think I'm just gonna make the newest ones start. I read physical books somewhat quicker sometimes. So in any case, These Hollow Vows, excellent book. It's unique, it's imaginative, it's fast-paced, high tension, good characterization, good plot development. Overall, really decent book, and I really enjoyed it. So it's going to get 4 out of 5 stars. Remember to purchase from your local bookstore or online book retailer instead of Amazon. I just ask that you support your local bookstore. Shop small. Look for independently owned bookstores nearest you. And if you can't shop small, if you cannot shop small, just remember Barnes & Noble is available online. Hope you all have a great rest of your day. Please also support me by liking this video and subscribing to my channel. You can also become a supporter on Buy Me a Coffee or by purchasing one of my handmade candles. Links for everything will be in the description below. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.